Yo, what is going on, guys? Dan from DNR Sports back with another video. Today, we're going to be going over the top stacks for this week 1 of the NFL season. It's finally here, guys. It is finally happening, and I am so damn excited. Like, I've had enough best ball. I loved it for the time being, but now I am so ready to not have to be stuck with the same players who just tear their ACLs every other year. Let's get right into it. So, today we're going to be picking, 7, 8 quarterbacks and the receivers that we really like, and maybe even some tight ends. The way I want to look at this is from an ownership type standpoint. Pick some people that aren't going to be mega owned. Starting at the top, surprisingly enough, I mean, it's quarterbacks, so they aren't like crazily owned. Like, no one's going to be above really 15 to 20%. That's like very, very high for a quarterback. Patrick Mahomes, I don't think is going to be played enough here. I think a lot of people want to go to, let's just get rid of the chalky people right away. Kirk Cousins, everyone wants to play. Joe Burrow, everyone wants to play. Sam Darnold, for whatever reason, people want to play. That one's not going to be like mega chalky, but it's going to be like 8% of the field probably. Surprisingly, this Josh Allen to dig stack, I looked at this slate day one before ownership came out or anything. I was like, yeah, this Josh Allen to dig stack, okay, under the radar. Josh Allen didn't have a good game when they played. He got like 19 points, but Diggs popped the hell off. He got 32.1. Look at this. 10 for 130 in TD. He looks great. By the way, guys, I am sick as fuck today. So, like, talking hurts. So I'm trying to get this over with because it just hurts. But I can't miss a day for you guys. I can't miss the content. So number one, Pat Mahomes with Tyreek Hill or Kelsey. You really can't double stack. Like, it's just like they're so damn expensive. So pick whichever one you'd prefer. I think Mahomes himself, I think what I think will happen is Mahomes is going to get about 30 to 35. And one of the two, Kelsey probably get like 28, something like that. Kelsey or Kittle, oh my God, Tyreek Hill will probably get like 24, something like that. They'll all like smash, but you're gonna be left over with like no money. So I would pick the ones that you think are easily replaceable. Like I think having Kelsey in your team really kind of hurts every other position. Damn, my throat fucking hurts. All right, Kyler Murray. I love Kyler Murray. He is my favorite season-long QB at ADP. He has a cake of a matchup against Tennessee. So when you look at the Cardinals cornerbacks, I know this is weird to mention that, but they're not going to be able to stop jack shit. So Kyler Murray will have to be playing lights out to win this game. The Tennessee defense can also not stop jack shit. They have like no pass rush whatsoever. So that is beautiful for a quarterback who likes to run his ass off. Like he just all the time in the world, he can just scramble a little bit. He has all the time in the world to find D-Hop. Bringing it to D-Hop. I think D-Hop is, for whatever reason, just going under owned this week. Like he should be approaching 20% in basically every contest. Like against Tennessee, we've seen multiple times last year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 79. Like about 9 times he broke 20. He's very consistent. Great matchup, terrible defense. Going to be the biggest shootout of the week in my opinion. Or the safest shootout. I'm sure one game will probably beat it, but like it's the safest to be a shootout. I think it's getting way over the 52-point total for sure. Bringing us to our next one. I think low-key this Russ stack isn't that bad. I know Indianapolis is not a team you want to really target because they play kind of slow. They run the ball a lot. It's a new team with Carson Wentz at the helm. You don't know what it's going to be like. I mean, it's just going to be so underowned. Like, no one's going to be playing Russ at 7K when you have, like, Aaron Rodgers, cheaper, Herbert, Tannehill, Jalen Hurts going to be so popular. Like, it's just underowned. DK is not going to even be looked at when he's right next to like Diggs and AJ Brown, and then Tyler Lockett isn't going to be looked at either. So I think it's some good, not low price. It's kind of expensive to be honest, especially like DK is hella expensive. But if you want to really go off the radar this week, if you guys didn't know already, it's going to be pay up at running back. Like Alvin Kamara is going to have like 40% ownership in some tournaments, not 40, like probably like 30 to 35. Henry's going to have like not a lot, probably like 8%. Cook is going to have a decent amount, like 17 to 20%. McCaffrey's going to be like 25, 20%. There's all these running backs are going to be paid up for. These receivers, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, like Ridley, Hopkins, all of them are not going to be paid for. The only ones that are actually going to be paid for are like Jefferson's going to get a lot of ownership. Diggs is getting a lot of ownership. AJ Brown is. Julio is at 1%, guys. I don't want to say that. So spinning off my thoughts on this Kyler Murray stack, I would run it back with Julio, not A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's like 15, 20% owned. Julio is 1% owned, according to Osmo right now. That has to come up. There's no way Julio Jones can be 1% against the Cardinals, whose best cornerback was Malcolm Butler, and he just retired. Like, they have nobody, like absolutely nobody. Um, smash the Julio button. Absolutely smash the Julio button. Let's see what else we got here. On the flip side of that, I like Tannehill almost as much as Murray. I think he's in a great spot. My only worry is Murray, I think, is just guaranteed to do well. Tannehill can get phased out by Henry, but we've seen last season there are games where him, A.J. Brown, and Derrick Henry all popped off at the same time. So it is possible for Henry to have a game and for Tannehill, Julio to also work as a stack. I don't think I said this in the last video. I don't think the Tannehill, Julio, A.J. Brown stack will be that owned, like the full-on triple stack. I don't think it's going to be that owned. So maybe if you want to go full balls to the wall with that, I wouldn't, just because they're kind of expensive, the receivers. I would stick with Julio just for the sheer 1% upside. That's just ridiculous that Julio Jones is 1%. I just, irks me. I love it, though, for myself. Next up, we'll talk about Rodgers. Rodgers, obviously, an absolute beast. Averaged 25.5 points last year per game. Against the Saints, who are looking like they're struggling this game. They opened as favorites, but I think now they're like, I think Packers are like -4 favorites. Once the news that Michael Thomas was done for most of the year came out, Saints suck a bunch. I know that Callaway's having a great camp and a great preseason, and he's only 3.4K, guys. Marcus Callaway is all the way down here at 3.4K. He will be, along with Kamara, the most owned players on the slate. Now, I think a way to get different with this Davante Adams to Aaron Rodgers stack is just don't run it back with a Kamara or a Callaway. Either pick like a Traquan or that random ass tight end like Juwan Smith. I don't even know, Juwan Johnson, whatever his name is, that guy. Or just don't run it back at all. Be a little more unique, because everyone who plays a Packer stack, I guarantee you, will have either Kamara or Callaway, especially Callaway because he's just so damn cheap. They might even have all four of them. It's that easy. But I really, really like this Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers stack. Mainly Davante Adams, man. Like, he's just too cheap. 8,300 against a Marshawn Lattimore that sucked ass last year. And, like, he's good at covering those big guys like Mike Evans, right? But he's not good at covering a Davante Adams, a shifty mofo like Davante. Not happening. Davante's going to break 20 points easily on the slate, with, like, upside of, like, 35 to 40 points. Next up, I've been actually... I didn't think I would be doing this, but the more I just looked at it, man, Matt Ryan to Ridley and maybe even Pitts too. Eagles have always had a terrible pass defense. Ridley's going to eat them up. Eagles have also never been able to cover tight ends. And at 4.4K, he's going to be the most owned tight end, we all know. But he's going to be the most owned, like, solo tight end. I don't know how many people are actually going to full game stack this game. You could do, like, a Matt Ryan to, I almost said Julio, Rip Julio, Calvin Ridley with Kyle Pitts and with, like, a Miles Sanders run back, or my favorite is Devonta Smith run back, who's only 4.5K. Why is there a goddamn dirt bike right out there just going right by my door? Look at this, Devonta Smith. 4.5K. Like, I know he's done nothing and shouldn't be priced higher than this, but, like, he's going to be the alpha on the team. I think he's going to get a bunch of targets, like anywhere from like 6 to 10 targets this game. I just can't stop thinking about this game. I think this is one of those games that could actually be like the highest total on the slate, like accidentally. Like, you can't predict them for that because they can also be like 22 to 20. But I could see it blowing up and being like 35, 32 or something like that. Next up, same thing I was saying before. I think Jalen Hurts will be the most like played quarterback, or one of the most played, because of what he did last year in these 3 games where he got 25, 40, and 24. But I think if you pair him with like the Devonta Smith run back with a Calvin Ridley, I think it'll be relatively under-owned. Cousins we already talked about. Everyone's going to play him with. I mean, it's a good setup, but like no. Trevor Lawrence against Houston. I think he'll be moderately owned, like 5 to 7 to 8%, because it is Houston. I'm worried about the upside. I don't think he has the sheer upside that a lot of these other quarterbacks have. He's a little too pricey for me. I wish he was like 5,500 or something like that, 5,700. But I only like him because DJ Chark is fully healed and not on the injury report for this week. Now, everyone hates GG Shark. I have no fucking clue why. Everyone has the biggest boner for Laviska Shenault. He is the worst pick in the draft right now. I'm sorry, but Laviska Shenault is so goddamn overrated. It hurts. He runs like 4-yard slants every other play. Marvin Jones at 3,600 is a great value. So we see that Marvin Jones got, 41, 30, 28, 23. Like, he has the upside. It's Shark number 1, Marvin Jones number 2, sort of number 1 sometimes. I bet he'll have his spiked weeks. And Laviska far away number 3rd. Way overdrafted, way overrated. Nah, get him out. Just X out Laviska on my thing. Some other guys we could talk about, like Wentz. He's really going to be low owned, and against the Seattle defense that could maybe fall back into their terrible ways. I know they have Adams playing for the full season now, which helped their defense, so it probably won't be as bad as it was last year, but you never know. Some people like Sam Darnold. I think it'll be a little over-owned from my taste, but that's probably about it, to be honest. I think Herbert is fine, but he doesn't have the upside this week. I like the price, 6,700. It's just Washington. This over-under way too low, 42.5, I think it is. Like, that's just not enough scoring for me. Keenan Allen could get there on his own. I don't think Justin's going to go with him, though. I don't think Justin can get that 300-yard bonus with the 3 touchdowns. That looks like about it, to be honest. If you guys like this video, please leave a like. Please leave a comment. Let me know your favorite stacks this week, your most under-owned, underappreciated stacks. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the follow and the noties button if you would like to catch all my videos, which would be awesome. We're at 185 subs right now, almost at 200 mark. And I'll be coming out with another video probably Friday or Saturday, like kind of wrapping up the slate, saying like my actual decisions, like what I will be playing once I can analyze this a little bit more, get all the projections, get all the ownerships more finalized. And maybe throughout the season, like if we actually do start to grow a little more and get some like live viewers, maybe I'll do like Sunday morning live streams. Yeah. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right.